a way where I could even hide the face even more, you know, because in the first one it's pretty obvious that I'm smiling, but then I wanted to, like, in this one you can see the face is pretty abstracted too, you know, with the colors, but you can still see a smile. So I stopped when I got to this one where I really can't tell whether I'm smiling or not. When I look at the eyes, I can't tell if those are happy eyes or not. You know, it kind of looks like a neutral face to me, and that's why it reminded me of the Mona Lisa, because you look at her and you're not sure, you know, what she's thinking, you know. So that's the point where I stopped, you know, when I reached a point where I felt like the face was neutral enough and you couldn't really tell what that person was thinking.
Aesthetically, I think you kind of like flatten the image, though.
Well, I tried to flatten it.
And so in doing that, you lost the transparencies of the original idea.
I was trying to do that.
You want to lose all the ideas.
Yeah, like this one is different. This is not the same. This one became, you know, evolved from the first one, but this one works as a different piece than this one. You know, they're related, but they don't say exactly the same. You know, yeah. So this works in a different level.
Good.
Anyways, before we critique this, I just want to show like another one. So anyways, this one is, you know, as you can see, it's a 360 view of, this is my room.
Can you slow it down?
It's making you dizzy?
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole point.
Okay, good.
It kind of shows how I feel, you know, spending, whether it's relevant or not, you know, it's just how I feel spending so much time in my room, so many hours, just working on my stuff, you know, and I feel like I'm locked in this prison and it makes me dizzy, you know, and sometimes, you know, I get up in the morning and I just look to the outside and I wish I could spend more time, you know, outside of my room and just enjoying the sunlight, you know, and I just kind of wanted to show like the dizziness or the torment that I feel being in my room for so many hours, you know, and the whole lighting, you know, how it's so jello. You know, it's the whole thing that I feel, you know, like locked in this place. And then finally, this one's just really simple. It's just me, my eyes, for a few minutes, you know, just looking straight at the camera, and I'm just trying to explore what the gaze communicates, you know. You know, hopefully the viewer can look at into my eyes and get something from it. You know, I know exactly what I'm feeling. You know, but the viewer doesn't really know. And like I wanna explore what the gaze is communicating. So this one is like the first attempt at something that I want to do in the future, which is film my eyes in different states of mood. You know, like times when I'm happy, I want to film my eyes for a little bit. Times when I'm really tired, I want to film my, you know, have my eyes. Other times when I'm feeling, I don't know, angry, you know, I want to have the same thing and kind of like put them all together and compare, you know, what the different looks communicate. All right, I'm done.
Comments?
I think like this body so far is like in a completely different direction from like most of the things I've seen. Like most of the things I've seen from you are more like structure oriented, and I would actually like to see if you could combine like those two, like I guess structure and these concepts that you're trying to explore. Like maybe if there was a position that you had, like let's say you have a position with capitalism on buildings and things like that, and maybe like exploring your feelings about something through architecture or through modeling, or I mean.
Well, the thing is that the reason I'm exploring those things with structures and architectures. It's more about things that appeal to me, and yeah. I'm not exactly sure why. You know, it's more of the thing, I like those
Gotcha.
things.
Okay.
I like them, and that's why I work on them, because they appeal to me, and I don't even know why. But this is more on exploration of my feelings.
Okay.
So that's why this body of work is different than what I've done before, because what I've done before is just something that appeals to me. This is more about an exploration of what I'm feeling about issues that I'm dealing with in my everyday life.
Okay.
Which is not related to me enjoying structures and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I think that there could be maybe an issue with the eye thing, because sometimes in my family, but I've recorded myself in different moods or taking pictures of myself, and I sometimes can't tell the difference between how I photographed myself once and how I felt, and then how I photographed myself sometime later and how it felt looks the same to me or similar. And I mean, you might be able to pick up some stuff, but I mean, I wonder if the viewer will want to pick so much at it to want to figure out whether you're happy, sad, tired, because some people don't have exaggerated emotions, so you can't tell, so it might be a little bit obscure. That could be an issue.
I mean, I don't know, I also feel like for some of these pieces, I'm trying to hide certain stuff, I'm not trying to reveal everything, so it's more like I'm the one who really knows what's going on, but the viewer doesn't really, they might not interpret it the right way, and the whole idea of the viewer getting the wrong message comes into, is part of the concept of me not wanting to reveal certain things, and me faking a smile type of thing,
How are we supposed to know that?
Did you record this for this, or were you doing anything here, or are you just looking in the camera? Or are you reading, or are you doing something else?
I recorded myself after working for a lot of hours, and after a few days of that tiredness building up, I was feeling very overwhelmed and very tired, and I just decided to record my eyes and see what, just explore what my gaze could communicate, and I don't know if you guys can see that my eyes are tired or not. It's really not the point, I know that I'm tired,
But if you had seen it, I guess if the point is you're not supposed to be able to tell, then I guess if you had seen this, if this wasn't you, somebody else you'd seen this, would you have guessed they were tired at all, or would you expect to see that?
I don't know if I would have guessed that person was tired. I think I would speculate, what is it that this person is feeling, I would try to just read what the gaze is telling me, and if I got it wrong, it really doesn't matter.
What made you so interested in just cropping the eyes? Well, the way it was presented, I kept thinking of a ninja, and how it's
A ninja.
why not
I just wanted to focus on the eyes, how else could I?
Well, because you can do the whole body and just do the same thing.
But I wanted to be able to gaze.
But
I think the eyes are one of the most expressive things in a person.
You're obscuring them.
But for the video, you had to hold yourself awake to try to keep your eyes open, staring at this video the whole time. If you were extremely tired, I'd almost see you passing out, or something. But for this video, you held your eyes open. You held a focus on the thing. Even as tired as you were, you had to.
Well, I wasn't tired to the point of passing out. It wasn't a physical tiredness. It's more about a mental thing. Of I'm just sick and tired of doing this. It wasn't physically tired as if I had lifted bricks the whole day.
What if in doing this, you said that the eyes were the most expressive part of the body or whatever. What if in the process you find out that that may be true, but it doesn't translate to video? What if, but are you open to see that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So do you think that those eyes were very expressive?
No, I think they're pretty neutral,
So what I'm saying is, all I want to know is, and I want you to be aware of, is that there are some of the things that appeal to you that you find a lot of power in are not necessarily well translated in video. They don't lend themselves to video, per se. And so, what as a bigger thing that I think that I'm interested in that you're doing, and you mention a lot, is you controlling the truth. That you control, you know when you're really smiling and when you're not smiling. And it's somehow important for you to have control over that and to have that going on out there, to externalize that. So that you have, so in that first one, which I didn't find so visually interesting as I found the idea of it interesting. So I think it's an idea worth pursuing about you controlling the truth or the falsehood within your expression. And part of the problem is that, again, I don't think either one of these two medium necessarily translates that terribly well, which again might be a good thing to wrestle with. But I think some of the ideas that you had in the first one about the mouth and the eyes, and then you obscured them, why not do that with video? Why not do the mouth and the eyes instead of just the eyes? And why not lie and tell the truth? Why not fake a smile? You know, why not orchestrate this reality for yourself? So it's, in some ways, that's what you did in the first one. You picked photographs where you knew you weren't really happy, and you picked other ones where you were, and they were both smiles, but you knew the truth. So do that. Play with that orchestration of the truth and falsehood within these two things that you think are revealing. I think that's beginning to be about something else. It's beginning to be about something that feels to me like it matters a lot more to you. But it's not a technical thing. You know, it's an orchestration thing. It's a thing that you're going to control. So I like it. I mean, I feel like that's the first time I've heard you talk that I can relate to what you're doing in a way that I think has big conceptual weight. So I would encourage you to pursue those two things, you know, and maybe not layer so much. Like when you described it on vellum, the truth is, on vellum, if you had 30 vellum photographs here, they would have more. It would read much more than that does. That first one got real flattened out, and you can't read the layers so much. So maybe you need to print them. But I think there's something there, and I think it's something real important to you, which is really interesting. You know, like you said it about 10 times about only I know the difference. You know, well, that's a really interesting thing. You know, that you cherish, that you want to. Only I control the situation, and I got it. And you may think you got it, but I got it under control. I know the truth. Ooh, go get it, man. Okay, so if you could pursue that, and I know that it's hard because these technologies are very time-consuming and constraining, but if you can loosen up the exploration, I don't know how you do that. Maybe it's printing them all out. Maybe it's I don't know what. But if you can find a way to make the technical part looser so you can move more rapidly through your investigations, that would also, I think, help you. And I think the self-portrait is like a perfect, they don't have to be finished, they don't have to be fancy, they don't have to be whatever. I also, other than the part where I got dizzy, I loved your room. I thought there's a lot of stuff in your room that it might be interesting if you could just print a panoramic photograph of your room, with not a dizzy one, but just print it so we can really look at it.
Actually, I had that idea right before I decided to just do a 360 film. I had an idea of just taking different pictures and making a panoramic.
Man,
so
I mean, it's just
I might show that next time.
Okay, so that also would be a self-portrait. I think you just need to relax about. Again, I think you guys that are in highly technical fields that require a lot of technical proficiency just to make a mark, I think it's difficult for you to experiment because it's so hard to just make the mark. If you can find a place where you can loosen up and get this stuff to just happen, maybe it's in there, and maybe it's, I don't care if it's in there, but you need to be able to move more rapidly through these ideas. So I think you're doing okay.
Can I say one thing about the concept though? I feel like it's like you're saying you're hiding your true emotions, right? It's like you want to present yourself in this like very controlled emotional state. I guess it just bothers me a little bit because I feel it's kind of machismo in a way. It's like, it's, and then
Why?
No.
No, but
Yeah.
but then
Aquí eres más macho.
so you're now being machismo.
why? Explain to me why you feel that it's machismo. Because I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Yeah.
Guys are afraid to show emotions.
Yeah.
No, but that's that. You're thinking about like feelings with girls and that kind of stuff.
No.
It doesn't have to do anything with that at all.
No, you're just showing your true emotions, dude.
Everybody gets different ideas. I'm sorry that he found that in it because it has nothing to do with machismo. The feelings that I'm hiding are feelings that if I were to reveal, I would be judged very badly.
I don't know.
And that's how I feel. And that's why I'm hiding them. It has nothing to do with like feelings with girls and that kind of stuff.
No, but I don't
Girls,
think he
I'm saying
means like
showing emotions.
it's
Period.
that somehow we equate machismo not just with sexual things and women, but that we equate it with power and control. And so, but I think it's reasonable and legitimate. That's why I wouldn't call it machismo. I would call it what I call it, which is that you want to be in control of this. You cherish the fact that you know when you were smiling and meant it, and you know when you were smiling and didn't mean it. That it's for you, but you like the control of that. One could say that that's a macho kind of thing. It doesn't matter, because it's not a sexual thing. It's not about, but in a way it is about control, which has a kind of macho thing. It's good. I don't think that if it was macho, I wouldn't think that'd be a bad thing either, by the way. So, it's fine.
It's just like the real.
Let's get out of here.
If I were to
I'm so dizzy.